What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and my lord, it only took a few hours for our boy to lose his mind, and well, we're back in the game, folks. That's right, our boy Phil broke his promise that he's no longer going to rage and give detractors content. He's going to starve the trolls and the detractors and no longer give them any ammunition to make videos, and bam! Here we go, folks. All it took was a daily wrap. All it took was one slow night stream of Indie Horror Night for him to lose his mind. Now, yes, our boy Phil, air quotes, hit the goal. We'll talk about that. But of course, he decided to go off on the daily wrap. And this was a long one. It's 14 minutes long. And I think this last segment of him exploding on detractors is great. So Phil, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you milking giving milk to the detractors. It's an amazing thing, brother. So let's hear Phil rant and rave like he always does.
We basically played it for about half an hour, and the stream was getting late. I'm like, well, we're almost out of time. Now, all that sounds well and good, and I think that we had almost 300 viewers on YouTube, 90 plus viewers on Kick, right? Everything's good, except one thing. We're at the end of the stream, and I made 40 bucks. Seriously. And I'm like, what just happened? Because the night before, last night, I spent a whole hour hanging out with people, looking at horror games they suggested, watching the trailers, picking games, adding them to my wish list, bought a few of them, tried a couple of them, far exceeded my goals. It all went really well. Tonight, I literally bought more of the games from the list, played the games, hung out with everyone, and there was almost no support. And I said, guys, I don't know what happened. Like, I did this because it seemed like you guys wanted it. It went really well last night, so I actually have no clue what went wrong tonight. Can anyone even tell me? And some people were like, the vibes were off. I'm like, there's no difference in the vibes. I'm here, I'm happy, I'm having a good time with horror games with you guys. It's exploratory, it's interesting. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's not like I came in here like a grouch, all angry. Nothing like that at all. It was actually a great stream in that regard. So then, I'm saying this, and by the way, it's already past 9:30. Like, I gotta get out of here. Now the support starts coming in. Here comes a big tip. Here comes a big super chat. Here comes some kicks. Here comes some subs. And I'm like, bing, 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 bing. So I said, all right, guys, let's rally. And we did. We rallied, and guess what? We hit the goal, and then we raised another 27 on top of it to count for 2 goals, and then more came in. We actually exceeded 200 bucks tonight. So all I'm going to say is this. For all the morons out there who are so upset and jealous that I'm successful and they're not, that they're just miserable wretches on the internet who say horrible things about me, but they have to actually be toxic scumbags to make by or get by and scrape by, while I can actually make positive content. I told you so. I told you that I could do it, that it works, that if you make positive content for an audience that's engaged and likes your content, that you'll make a living doing it, you'll be successful. You don't have to hurt others, you don't have to stomp on others' necks, you don't have to crush others and insult them and be jerks to others to get ahead. You could just be yourself and be positive and fun and still be successful. The thing is, people with no talent, that's what they have to do. They have to bring down others to try to make themselves look better, and then morons open their wallets and throw money at them because they also want to feel better about themselves. A whole vicious, dirty, toxic, immoral cycle of making fun of other people and deriding other people and bringing them down so you feel better about your wretched self because you're a scumbag who has a horrible life. Well, I don't have to do that because I have a good life. My viewers have good lives. They support it all, and it all works. But they'll actually spend tonight and be like, he e-begged for 20 minutes. Yeah, I brought it up. I was like, guys, we had a great night. Why didn't people support like last night? I'm literally stumped because I'm under the impression if I give you what you want, then people will support it. It reciprocates. We can keep making this kind of content. And as soon as I brought that up, boom, here comes the support. And we hit all the goals and exceed them. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. It's fine. It's actually good. It's a good way to treat your audience with respect, with honesty, with dignity, with transparency. That's how you should operate. Not, oh, well, we're not doing so well, so let's just make fun of someone else tonight. Let's say someone else is a scumbag. Let's talk about their looks. Let's talk about their family members. You know, pieces of human shit who don't have talent. That's what they do to make a living. So there you go. Anyway, so it went well tonight, and as a result of that, we are going to do it again Friday night. Now, I'm on the fence about what to do Friday night.
All right, I'm going to stop it there, folks, because my lord. Thanks, Phil. I appreciate you no longer being a Lolcow and no longer raging and being insane and, you know, allowing me to milk you. I appreciate it, brother. You keep doing what you're doing, okay? Because this is great content. Your boy Doody loves this kind of content. My lord. Okay, so first of all, what I want to point out here is he admits that the only way he can get any support is by begging. By actually stopping the stream and going overtime, because that's what he did. He stopped the stream around 12:20 because no one was giving him any money. He was at 40 bucks, right? And he literally had to beg for 40 minutes just to hit the goal. And how did he hit this goal? Oh, that's right. Some anonymous tip came in and dropped him some big money. Oh, sure, Phil. Sure, brother. I'm positive that's what happened, brother. You are pathetic. You are so pathetic, Phil. And the mere fact that you had to go on this rant on your daily rap just tells me that detractors just live rent free in your brain. I mean, I think he was upset because of my 30K celebration marathon, where yes, we did raise some nice support. We gave away stuff. Everyone was excited and happy. We laughed at DSP. It was a great 4-hour stream, right? I think Phil was on there and he was upset. Maybe he was upset he didn't win the Wolverine figure, right? And then, of course, Kino Casino came on last night and didn't even bring him up. Didn't even talk to him. They were focused on iDubbbz and Hassan, really. And I don't even think they even had a segment of Phil. But, of course, Phil is so fucking selfish and so, all he cares about himself. He thinks all Kino Casino does is talk about him. That's all they want to focus on. Come on, brother. You're not that important, right? So, of course, that's why he decided to rage and go insane. And that's why he was adamant about hitting his goal last night. Because he thought Kino Casino was watching his stream. They were going to stream snipe him. And they were going to bring up the fact that he was at $40 and didn't hit the goal. That's it, folks. Again, this man, detractors, trolls, people just live rent-free in his mind. And there's nothing he can do about it. I know he went on a spiel the last 2 days about no longer allowing detractors to milk him, and he's no longer going to be a low. Get the hell out of here, Phil. You are the biggest Lolcow, and you can't help it. The only way for you to stop being a Lolcow, Phil, is to completely. Okay, this is what you need to do, Phil. You ready for this? You need to stop begging. That's the first thing. The second thing, you need to stop treating your audience like crap. The third thing, you need to just stop burping and sneezing and farting and just being disgusting and snorting. Stop being disgusting on your stream, right? The other thing is you need to stop banning and yelling at people for no reason because you hate yourself. That's the other reason, okay? And then there's more, brother. There's just more. You need to change your whole personality. You need to change everything about you, Phil, just to even maybe have a chance where the internet doesn't laugh at you. But there's no way you're going to change that, brother, because the day you stop begging is the day you go out of business. And that's the fact. That is facts right there, Phil. The day you stop begging is the day you actually have to go and get a real job, brother. And you know that. Everyone knows it. Even the idiots that support you know this. Okay? But yesterday wasn't even about, the Dents rallying. This was fake tips. And all it was for him to cope and be able to sleep at night. To be able to sleep at night knowing that the Kino Casino can't say, well, he didn't hit his tip. Haha, let's laugh at him. And the other factor here that I find just incredible is he says, I don't have to be a toxic person. I don't have to shit on people on the internet. I don't have to do any of that to make money. Bro, for a whole 8 months, you hooked up with the Kino Casino, one of the most toxic people groups out there or shows out there, so that you can try to fucking earn some money. That's what you did. You shit all over ViewTech USA. You tried to shit on Detractors. You shit on Ethan Ralph. You shit on Cog. You shit on everyone that came by your way that you thought was having a beef with Kino Casino because you thought that would make you some money. And you tried to keep doing it. And it didn't work because you're just bad at it. Just like everything else. Just like gaming. Just like DSP politics. Just like Lego. Just like games in general. You're just bad at it. You're not good. You're not talented. I love when he goes on this rant about how only non-talented people have to crap all over people. Brother, you are the most non-talent person there is. Sitting there playing video games is not a talent, okay? And at that, Phil, if I could even buy your argument if you were slightly good at gaming. But you're not. You are terrible. You suck at games, Phil. What a cope, man. What a cope. But again, folks, let's not forget that Phil no longer is going to excrete milk from his udders and feed detractors, right? That's what Phil said. Good God, I must have like 4 videos posted yesterday of him going insane yesterday. I love it. If this is the content you want to give and put out there, Phil, Doody gives a stamp of approval. I go ahead, brother. Keep doing it, man, because this is great. Because Doody loves this content. Because all it does is it fuels my channel, and I love it, brother. So just keep at it. Keep trying not to be a Lolcow. I think he looks more like a Lolcow when he tries not to be a Lolcow than when he just acts like his normal self. Pathetic, Phil. You're sad, brother. And again, keep fake tipping yourself. Yeah, you really look successful there, brother. Just keep throwing out those fake donos just so that you can do feasting with the pig early. That's all it is. So sad and pathetic. It's just laughable. And I think Friday, Kino Casino is actually going to be talking about Phil. They want to bring up a couple things that happened recently with DSP. And I'm sure this rant will be one of them. Because I find it curious that he seems to spend his daily raps and the end of his night streams shitting all over Kino Casino without mentioning their names. Because he's a fucking coward. He does that whenever they're streaming. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He's so transparent. It's ridiculous. All right, let's keep going. I think we have a little bit more. He might rant again, so let's keep listening for more milk.
I'd like to play more of games like No, I'm Not a Human and My Friendly Neighborhood, but also people did express they wanted other games too, like one game, Deadwood, I think it was called, and then there's like one or two others people kept asking for. So I don't know. Maybe we have to figure out what we want to do for Friday night. Okay, but there will be more Friday night. Okay. Footage will upload momentarily. I'm behind now because I stayed late and everything was going on. I still have to download Pokemon tonight.
Yeah, you were doing late what? Begging, right, Phil? You were begging?
Tomorrow's going to be a great day. Tomorrow,
you were begging?
There is no podcast in the morning because we're
overtime beg.
Pokemon Legends ZA starting on the first stream, around 4 hours of gameplay. I'm curious, is this more like Pokemon Legends Arceus? Is this more like Pokemon Scarlet? Is it going to run well on the Switch 2, or is it going to run like complete crap like Scarlet did on the Switch 1? I'm curious. I hope that it actually ends up being an awesome, chill, fun experience. One thing that I will likely do, because I've done this with previous Pokemon playthroughs and it's been very successful, is say if people contribute a certain amount, they get to name one of my Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, name.
So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll get like the first 5 Pokemon, people can name them, right? That'll be cool, because the starter Pokemon you're going to see for a while, right? So, let's see how it goes tomorrow. Hopefully Pokemon is a good success, and it's a good one, because those playthroughs are usually nice, chill vibes and fun, and they last a while, right? Tomorrow night, and this is what makes me a little nervous. Tomorrow night is Hollow Knight Silksong. That's right, Silksong is getting put on a night stream because I want to make progress in the game. We're literally at the end of Act 2, and we're going to start Act 3, but I don't know if people are going to show up as a late stream. We tried it once, it didn't work. Then I put it back on day streams, and it's worked stellar. We've hit every goal since. So, will people show up, engage, and support with Silksong tomorrow night, even though we're moving it to a night stream because I wanted to play more? Like, that's actually the reason why it's a night stream, because I wanted to play it again this week. I like it so much, but the only time I could, fit it in because of Pokemon being a new release was as a night stream. So I hope you will come by tomorrow. I hope that you will hang out with me for Pokemon, and I hope you'll come by for Silksong. We'll finish Act 2, start Act 3, and we'll get support. We'll find out. Okay, everybody? All right. Thank you so very much. Have a good night.
He is so pathetic. God, he's so pathetic. God, it's God, I love watching DSP. I do. I know sometimes he irks me and he annoys me and he makes me rage, but it's just stuff like this just makes me laugh. What does he end it on? Worried about more support. That's right. Hasn't even finished his night yet, and he's already thinking about tomorrow's night stream. You know what I mean? And of course, the interesting thing is no podcast. You notice he's been cutting podcasts out. He does, 2 or 3 a week? I think he's doing that for several reasons. I think, one, this is part of his plan where he doesn't want to give detractors content. And usually we get a lot of our content off of his podcast because he can't help himself, because he usually doesn't have anything to talk about, so he just becomes a dirtbag and he shits all over everything and criticizes everything. And then, of course, when he has to do Q&A, that's when he gets rage baited into answering, detractor questions, right? So I think he's doing that for that reason. And the only reason why he's doing it as well is that it has kind of worked out for him. For the most part, he has been hitting his goals because he has instead of 3 hours of gameplay of begging, it gives him 4.5 hours. So, or almost 5 hours. So he's kind of been hitting goal. The interesting thing is that when he doesn't have a podcast, he barely hits the goal. When he hits the goal, he barely hits it. So a couple streams of him not hitting the goal, that'll end not having a podcast. Trust me, because he's under this mindset that when he would do he was under the mindset previously that he had to do a podcast every day because that's where the bulk of his support lied. Because he would get anywhere between $50 and $100 on the podcast, and then all he would need to worry about is making $40 or $50 on the gameplay. Let's see how long this lasts. Okay, let's see, because I'm loving this strategy, this new arc where Phil's trying to or change his content based on not giving detractors content or starving them out is just beautiful, because all he's doing honestly is just cucking his content. So I'll be here for it. It's fun. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace out.